Welcome, everyone, to Night City Stargazers, episode 27, where we had left off the previous night. The edge runners that we have been following as part of this particular story have finished a job in which they were instructed to get rid of a MaxTech agent by the name of Dexter Sparks. Someone that they have come to know as someone involved in restructuring within the Valentinos. Having now, in the morning, heard what little and what signs of whether or not they are suspected at all, or how quiet this particular job went down, having seen the news, well, it's safe to assume that it was just another couple of gunshots, as there were many on the streets of Night City last night. And so, with that being said, it is up to this group of individuals, particularly their fixer, Loup, to acquire their payment, as well as report in that the job is actually completed. And so, like any other morning in Haywood, the streets are bustling with people going here and there, making their way to their work, making their way to an appointment, making their way to their daily lives, making their way to a bar. The people of Night City are going about their daily lives as if nothing about Loup even concerns them. She is one among the crowd, one among many who are of a younger age walking the streets this morning. And so, Loup, I'm sure you're meandering to some point. Where exactly are you going right now?
What part of the city is the 6th Street gang territory?
That would predominantly be, regions like Santo Domingo, Arroyo, the southwest of the city, near the Coronado Dam.
Inoki? Was that like a drive? What
It's
kind of drive is that?
it's a particularly far, not particularly far. It's probably about a 20-minute drive from Haywood.
Okay. I'll tell you what. So if it's typical morning routine, I'm probably out doing my typical exercise regimen, running around the block floor. Stopping to do squats. Running up and down a flight of stairs. Planks and push-ups.
All right. After all of that,
Yeah, I'm gonna put out a call to Padre.
Padre. Okay. He answers when you call. Yes?
Um, Good morning.
Good morning.
I would ask if you know if the job's been done, but if the job's been done well, you haven't heard a thing.
I imagine this is you telling me that you have completed said job.
That's right.
Good. Very good. I imagine that nothing will be of any kind of suspect then.
Not hide nor hair, Caballero.
Very good. Very, very good. So, we should discuss your payment in person.
Where at?
El Coyote Cojo. It's a very nice little spot this morning. Should be relatively clear of any listening ears.
Of course, I can meet you there now.
I will see you there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna jump in the truck just in my sweats.
Okay. It's not a terribly far drive. It's one of the most prominent bars in the Haywood district. And so, you find yourself parking and walking into the Coyote Cojo. The very, very warm atmosphere is empty at the moment, but it still otherwise feels like a very homey place to grab a drink. And when you arrive, you see that Padre is waiting for you on the second floor, the sort of loft that kind of overlooks the rest of the bar. And he's sitting at a table waiting for you.
Um, I wave at the bartender. Um, I don't order anything. I just head straight up.
Okay. Pepe just gives you a wave, and you climb up the stairs to the table where Padre is waiting, where he also hasn't ordered something to drink. He's just sitting there waiting. Otherwise, the rest of the bar is empty. Maybe it's too early in the morning. Good morning, he says to you.
Nice to see you.
So, for a job well done, the agreed upon payment was information on Dexter Sparks and his affiliations and associations with the knight that you had in question and how he was involved. And you also will be getting a sum of cash for keeping it quiet. And his
That's
eyes
right.
go blue, just kind of flicking you. Looks like 6,000 eddies.
I thought we agreed 8.
Did we? Personally, I don't remember.
It was definitely 8.
It was definitely 8.
It was 8.
Okay, then as a key point where I personally had forgotten, this corrected. This is not something you have to argue or negotiate,
Right.
as you already did that.
Anything less than 8, we will not survive.
Yep. So.
8's already pushing it.
And so.
You
After.
have to pay the ringer.
And so after paying you the cash, he kind of folds his hands on the table. So, where is the reporter who wanted this information? I'm sure I thought he would be here.
I'm happy to deliver him the information.
Well, then I suppose you're going to want this. He pulls out from a pocket a shard and hands it to you. Details
Fantastic.
About the questions he asked.
I pull out a laptop. I'm gonna slot the shard.
Seems like it has a lot of data on it.
Yeah, cool. Does it all seem legit?
Seems like it's not going to crash your computer, if that was your worry.
Yeah. My primary worry is that it was safe. Safe to slot, personally.
Make me a basic tech roll.
Happy to. Not working with a high score over there.
You're fairly certain that since it hasn't crashed your laptop, slotting it in a personal neural is not gonna hurt you.
Great. Well, I'm not gonna look at the information here and now. I'm gonna thank him for his time. Thank him for the information. Caballero. One question.
Certainly.
The information you've given us, I'm certain to find out in a moment anyway. His work for the Valentinos. Has he already been replaced?
Sparks? Sparks was never a member of the Valentinos.
All right.
He's an edge runner.
I see.
Who just happens to also work for MaxTac. Or was. God rest his soul.
So how'd he run afoul of you?
Run afoul of me. I am simply a fixer. I give you the jobs that need doing.
Fair enough. Wrong of me to assume that your connections had something to do with it.
The Valentinos have been a very close ally to me. They have done a number of jobs for clients that I have had, and vice versa. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a member, but maybe friendly with the leadership. You see many of them in this bar on a normal night.
Yeah, I get my fill of Tinos at the bars, at the Mega Block. I mean, I even live with a contractor.
If there's one thing that the Valentinos and my clients, who may not be Valentinos, understand about me is I am a person who keeps his ear to the ground. That's why they come to me. And that's why I go to edge runners like yourself and Mr. Sparks.
I wanna I wanna do a read on him real quick.
Okay. Human perception.
Yeah, I wanna do a human perception on him real quick. And man, this is a weird one, but I'm not trying to cut him in on the Die Hard game, but I wanna see where he's at with the concept of the Die Hard game.
Okay. So how
So I'm
do you...
gonna ask him a question and then I'm gonna read him. How's that sound?
Okay. Yeah. What's your question?
Okay, Senor, if I knew of a potential shakeup in the corporate world, you said you like to keep your ear to the ground.
Information is usually what I trade in.
Well, this is on a severe need-to-know basis. But the people I'm working for might need allies in the coming time. Are you someone I could count on?
Are you asking if I would be considered an ally, a friend, in a time of need?
A partner, perhaps.
He just kind of stares at you for a moment. I'm making a roll. I've known you since you were little. I've known of you since you were little. I'm not unfamiliar with your mega building. Some might even think that I know more about you than you know about yourself. But since we've only recently met, It's a little early in our relationship to determine allyship or friendliness. Maybe with time. Make a human perception. Oh, that is a crit fail. The crit fail on 11, but it's still a crit fail.
He's impenetrable.
Yeah. It's hard to understand. He speaks a little bit in... He speaks a little too vague for you to really truly understand his meaning. But he maybe doesn't worry you.
Well,
he seems friendly.
Caballero,
Seems like a friendly old man.
perhaps as we move closer to the day, our reputation will improve.
Perhaps it will. Maybe then we can talk a little bit more about it.
She's gonna reach out her hand to shake his.
And he'll take your hand to shake it, and his hand definitely feels as if his skin is loose. It feels very old man-like.
Thanks. Describing his old man skin.
He's an old man.
I say gross. I say ew right in his face. I say shit, you can't get that fixed? They just print this shit. Never mind, I'm kidding.
Did you really want to get off on a bad foot that quickly?
I go, ugh. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I thank him and then I excuse myself. I just leave.
And he just says softly, "Go with God," and allows you to leave.
I sit back in the truck for a minute and I send Fxture a text saying that I've got the data package.
He'll send something back along the lines of like, I'll come by and acquire it eventually. I'm just sort of vegetating at the moment.
I mean, it's not even rolled
She
out
does
of
not
bed
answer. She does not answer that. Does not dignify that with a response. She's gonna send out everyone's split. It's 2,000 to Fxture, 2,100 to Trix, and 1,500 to Requiem.
Okay. With all of that noted,
we can cut away and maybe she'll take her drive down to Santo Domingo.
okay. And you were wanting to check in with the 6th Street gangers, whether directly or indirectly, to see what was maybe going on there. Is that correct?
Yeah, I got a couple of things to do there. I want to, I'm doing legwork for the Die Hard mission. And I'm also trying to just get a passing fancy as to whether they read anything about our operation last night.
Okay. Let's see what skill would be appropriate for that, because that seems like some kind of investigation to me. Some kind of... It's not really an investigation per se, so we're going to look at maybe doing a conversation roll, just to kind of get a feeling for how the street's talking, how the locals, the everyday people are kind of getting along. Sense. So I think conversation as a skill is the best investigation skill we can use here.
That makes sense. Let me just fix my mod here. Because I don't have everything I had before. Not doing boost for this. Okay. So that's 0, that's 1. That's 1 cigarette. Where is... Oh, sorry, I scrolled too far. Conversation.
Okay, not bad for an empathy of 2.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay. And the general gist of the conversation as you're having it with the locals, just kind of asking around, did you hear what happened last night? In maybe some vaguer terms, but essentially getting the gist of what people are feeling happened, whether it's with people who are maybe wearing some of the attire that are a little more strict 6th Street aligned, or whether it's just an ordinary person. It seems that most people are thinking that it was maybe some kind of 6th Street party that went wrong, because they tend to party, and they party pretty hard, and they tend to whip out their guns anytime that they want to have some kind of dick swinging contest with one another. And being probably the closest thing to NUSA patriotic that this city has to offer, well, the NUSA loves their guns. And so most people are kind of chalking it up to that, and kind of think maybe that there was some kind of beef between maybe some rivals within the 6th Street gang, and because there was a note left behind about leaving the fuck alone. Who knows? Nobody really knows for sure what the whole deal was, and they're on purpose not being too nosy about it, because, well, 6th Street doesn't like people getting nosy. And so most people are just kind of chalking it up to a rowdy party at one of the 6th Street buildings. That's really about all it means.
Is there like a 6th Street hangout nearby?
There's a number of them. There's some known hangout spots. One of which tends to be kind of closer to the dam itself. Kind of a group of buildings that are otherwise uninhabited. They're just kind of abandoned, sort of multi-story warehouses that are kind of falling apart in the state that they're in. But the Sixth Streeters like to go up there to, you know, go firing out towards the dam to avoid hitting innocents. But who's to say that they
Okay.
don't start shooting into the street too?
Well, I'll go park up by there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll send my location
Mm-hmm.
to Trix and Fxture
Okay.
and let them know to meet me there.
Okay.
I don't want to go into this place alone,
Okay.
just to be on the safe side.
Okay. So you're kind of hanging back a little bit away from where anybody can see you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And if I've got time, I can look at the data package.
Yeah, and so the data that you would find is mildly encrypted as well. So, do you have ways to crack an encryption?
I mean, I want to say no.
Yeah, because that would be kind of a computer tech or a cyber tech
I mean, I
role.
have a Cybertech 5, which is my tech. Oops, which is my just tech skill,
Just tech skill. Okay.
just my tech skill.
Yeah, with a 7, because I'm kind of looking
No.
for more like a 10 plus. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is a little beyond what your basic knowledge of encryptions would be able to get you.
Sure. That's fine.
The only things that wouldn't be encrypted on the file would be Dexter Sparks' personal information, possibly, like his name, his
Mm-hmm.
rank, his position within MaxTac. Just a lot of public info. But
Mm-hmm.
as far as the actual details of why he was involved, well, Padre encrypted that for security purposes, obviously.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
So, Trix and Fxture, you get a text with Lou's location that she's in Santo Domingo near the Coronado Dam, and that she's wanting you guys to meet her there.
Trix will message back saying she's on her way.
And Fxture?
And he got up.
Oh. Womp womp.
Well, now that I'm
Oh,
back,
there he is.
actually, he'll say something along the lines of like, "Well, if someone were to provide me a chariot, I would be quote unquote happy to attend."
Alright, send me your location.
And I will send you my location.
Speaking of which, Fxture, about where do you live? I don't remember if we talked about that or not.
Watson,
In Watson.
good old, in the city of good old Watson, or the street of good old Watts, but yeah.
Where Slideye and Orphan used to live.
Yes, I'm a native Watson man.
Just
Lived on
by
Watson
picked
all
up.
my life.
Okay. So Trix will pick up Fxture on the way to the Coronado Dam,
Yep.
meeting Lou where she had pinpointed. And you find again Trix and Fxture outside of sort of a known hangout and party spot for the Sixth Street gang. It's not really enclosed per se. It's kind of run down. It's maybe was a warehouse or parking structure or something, and has since become dilapidated. But here you are. from where you're standing, you do see that some people are having a bit of a rooftop sort of get together.
Oh my.
Hey, gang.
Alright, what crazy scheme do you have going this time?
Well, good news is 6th Street isn't looking for us.
Good.
Pedro's data packet came all the way through. She hands the shard to Fxture.
Well, thank you.
I couldn't get into it, unfortunately. It's some kind of encrypted.
Ah, okay. Well,
And,
know some.
but yeah, since we're out here, I figured, who better to throw at Arasaka besides the, rah-rah Neo boys like 6th Street. So I thought we'd go up there and recruit. What do you think?
It's crazy, but it might work because if anyone can pull it off, it's you. I have
Right.
seen you pull off crazier.
I mean, if you're wanting like some gun-toting crazy people, I mean, sure, I think they're perfect.
Look, we're going to be fighting Arasaka ninjas in the desert. We need some gun-toting crazy people.
That is a fair assessment.
Now, how do we get in there?
You didn't have a plan before. Okay. You were kind of supposed to be like a brains, a backbone, a kind of like a.
Welcome to our crew, Fxture. She
Look, man, I do a lot of
improvises
stuff.
everything.
I'm pretty tired, man. I did a lot of shit last night, if you don't remember.
Yes,
Me
I
chewing on
think
the
we
neck
all
of your
did.
pal.
We all did a lot last night.
All right.
I mean, I'm not exactly feeling the greatest, but I could flirt with the first guy I see and make him let us in. I don't know. Listen,
Is that every
everything.
plan you have?
Yes. It's the only thing that works.
Well, shit.
All right, let's schedule that for Plan B or C.
Or maybe Z.
Look, I have made a few people change their persuasions. I'm not gonna, brag, but just saying.
Okay.
Full on humble bragging, this guy.
If you get hate crime thrown off the roof, I don't want to have to, go on a revenge arc through the 6th Street to,
Look, if he gets
get
thrown
them
off
back
the
for
roof,
you.
it's his own goddamn fault.
Look, half of these
not gonna be a
patriots are. Listen, there might be time for a revenge arc, but half of these patriots are closeted. I'm just saying. That's why they're so angry.
You're making some valid points, but yeah, we really need a way in.
Okay. I could just tell them we really like guns. They like people that really like guns.
Do we have guns?
We could just say we're there to recruit.
I mean, I have this thing I don't have any ammo for, and I pull out a shrieker.
All right, fair enough. Why don't we just go in and say we're here to recruit?
Okay.
It's nice, it's simple, it's not trying to lie with you two, being as worn out as you are. And you don't want to rely on me for that.
The straightforward approach.
I'll put
You
away
know,
the
but
trick.
like if we're not being duplicitous, are we really doing a plan? Is the thing.
We're not telling them everything.
Yeah, you're right.
I
Good
don't
point.
necessarily want that getting out. God forbid.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, we can do that.
So the story is we're raiding a corporate oh, got it. Yeah, great. We're doing a corporate we have a corporate I got it. A corporate what do you call it? What's the word for the thing? Demonstration in the Badlands, and we're gonna raid it. So we need muscle. Sound good?
Sounds good
Sure.
enough.
Great.
Kiki. Sorry, distracted by cat.
No, there's lots of cats out here. It's weird. You don't normally see cats in Night City, but there's a fucking shit ton of them out here. It's really strange.
That still leaves the question: do you want to be the one that gets us in? Do you want me to use? I won't flirt, but I will silver tongue my way in if we need to.
You can do whatever you want, pal.
by all means, give it a shot.
I'm just
Whatever
saying,
you like.
if it comes down to that, I'm just saying. Look,
Yeah.
we might not have to.
You can put your tongue wherever you want.
I do not like the way you phrase that.
Follow your bliss.
You are too young to be giving me this advice.
And yet, I feel like I've lived so many lifetimes.
It's called trauma, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right here. Right to the dome. All right, we're going inside.
Yep.
Okay. Straightforward approach. I like it.
Yep.
Okay. So being straightforward and going to whoever is partying up here and just saying, hey, we want to recruit you guys. That sounds to me.
Lou walks in and there's a record scratch and she says, who's trying to make some eddies?
Okay.
Some wind blows and like the back of like Fxture suit jacket starts to like kick up and like dramatic, like flowing.
So, I think, since we haven't used this skill yet before, that everyone should roll a wardrobe in style.
Oh, that's cool.
That's great. I love. Okay, so two things. Number one, she is in her sweats. So it's great that like her wardrobe and style level is 0.
Yeah. There it goes.
Okay. Okay.
Trix just in her
I am-
nomad blethers.
gone.
That's it.
I am gone.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So,
So Trix, as usual, can't do anything.
So the scene proceeds as planned. As if we are in the midst of a show, a record scratch happens. And Fxture looks like he is wearing what he is wearing with all of the style and gusto that one could have as a reporter. Looking obviously the part. Trix, you instantly get eyes clocking you hard that you're a nomad. And they're instantly put off by you. Without a doubt, you are the one who sticks out like a sore thumb, regardless of the fact that you have pink hair. Your pink hair isn't the problem. It's the missing nomad patches on your jacket. They can tell from a mile away. Lou, to them you look like you rolled out of bed. Straight here. And they don't know what to make of it. But as soon as you walk up and the instant stopping of all music and all heads are turned to face you, the one person who may have been the person organizing this entire shindig starts screeching up to you and says, "Who in the fuck are you?"
I'm Lulu, and I'm about to make you rich.
They just all, like, 10 people who are here just start laughing hysterically.
She looks around and clocks them. And... Are there any guns laying around?
Not laying around. On hips and holsters, though. On the individuals who are carrying them. They haven't drawn them on you yet. So maybe that's a plus.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Well, I guess I can do this. Can I I want to compliment somebody's firearm.
Okay.
Can I do that? Does somebody have like a particularly nice firearm that I can flex my weapons knowledge about? That I definitely have, both in and out of character.
You do. And so, I think an appropriate skill for this is, if you have it, because there are a number of weapons that are being carried by numerous people, is to run a weapon tech.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's gonna be level 0, so let's throw 1 luck at it.
Okay. A 10's good. Because you rolled an average roll, which was a 5, and had a +5, so
11.
Yeah, so an 11. So you have some average knowledge about the person who's standing in front of you. Their firearm looks like it is a handgun of pretty good quality. It looks like it is a it looks like it is a weapon that has a magazine. It does look like it is fairly heavy. But since it is still in their holster at the moment, you can't really tell the make and model. But you can tell that it is well cared for, because it does still have a bit of a shine on it today. And those rounds would really pack a punch if they were to hit somebody. But that's what you can tell from where it currently is. As in not pointed at your face at the moment.
Okay. Well, I can't do anything with that.
But it is also not concealed.
Well, if anybody else has anything, please go ahead.
I could try to sweet talk.
Don't try
what I think my friend here is trying to tell you. All right. So we've come across a job, an idea, if you will, that I think some of you fine folk would be perfect for, due to your expertise. Because I think you all do a pretty good job at what you do, and you'll motion towards the guns in the room, trying to sweet talk them up, basically. Gas, basically blow gas, blow smoke right up their fucking ass.
Gassing them up pretty hard, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a social role of some kind.
This be persuasion, perhaps.
Yeah, persuasion.
That's
Oh.
a 22.
Oh.
Look, I have a plus 14. My rolls are gonna be crazy with this stat.
You rolled an 8 on the die with 8 cool and 6 levels, so... Yeah, you're pretty good at this.
This is what I do best.
Even though you, as a out-of-character point, were not putting it nearly as smoothly, but your character, Fxture, knows exactly what to say. And maybe for a moment you're convinced that they're eating it up. You feel like you're on the right track. You haven't convinced them fully as of yet, but you're on the right track. The person in front of you, he's kind of he looks like he once was very fit, but he's got a bit of a beer gut on him right now, and you can tell that from the open containers that are strewn about the entire place that there has been some drinking involved. And so
He's got a dad bod.
he's a little dad bod, but he's...
Oh.
But I hate to use the term because it's kind of cringe, but callous bod is a little bit closer to his physique. And so, and he's dressed in some like red, white, and blues, like a typical Sixth Streeter would be, and the gun on his hip is one that looks like it is pretty well maintained, and so when you start to kind of butter everybody up a little bit here with the conversation, he kind of puts a hand on the opposite hip of the gun. He's not reaching for it. He's kind of eating up the compliments a little bit. And so he kind of smiles a little bit. Not broadly, but a little bit. And says, "Well, she says she can make us rich. So what does that mean?" He says, kind of pulling off his shades.
If we were to provide you with a potential job opportunity to help the betterment of the people, help the betterment of everybody, you know, every God-loving, God-fearing person in this whole town that we call home, would you take that opportunity?
Trying to think about how a Sixth Streeter would answer.
I have really pulled through my experience in growing up in the Appalachians.
To be fair, these people aren't necessarily Appalachians either, so...
No, but they got like that kind of like... They're patriotic.
Yeah, they're...
By the people, for the people, you know.
But they're Sixth Streeters. They're primarily they themselves and them alone. In that...
Aren't you tired of them damn foreigners?
Christ!
Okay.
Coming into your night city.
Okay, we're not even gonna roleplay that subject.
Look, there are people in this lovely city of ours that would like to watch the man, us, our class included, crumble and abuse us. And we're looking to stick it to the man and give the abuse back.
Which man?
Look, this is where I'm tapping you in. You're the fixer.
What was the last thing you said?
Which man? As in, Fxture was saying we'll stick it to the man. Well, which one?
Okay. Yeah, you would know that was actually where I was gonna go with this. Is what do you think about what? I'm sorry, I was gonna do the accent again.
Look, it's contagious.
What are your thoughts on Arasaka?
Fuck him? He says with a little bit of a question mark to his voice.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, I thought you'd say as much. Well, we got our hands on some information about a demonstration they're going to do with some new products. Some high-class firearms. Prototypes, and a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, we need a lot of hands on deck if we're going to take them down.
You mean to say that you want to clip these prototypes?
Not just flip them, but keep Arasaka from producing them. Keep the playing field level.
That
fuck
would
all corpos, obviously, but
yeah.
fuck Arasaka the most.
A demonstration, you could steal the prototypes and all of that sort of stuff, but to really get at them, wouldn't you be wanting to hit their R&D department? If that were the case.
Do you know how to get into their R&D department?
Nope, because that's probably in Arasaka Tower and ain't nobody going up there.
All right, so I happen to know where they're moving their R&D. This little lady from the Badlands knows her way around where they're going to be. So...
Okay. But clapping some prototypes might not be a bad gig. How much we talking?
Well, I've got big backers.
Uh-huh.
And they're working on outfitting every man with guns and armor, as well as a per diem.
And what are the numbers of this per diem?
Calhoun. If you walked away with, couple of nice prototypes and fresh guns and armor for all your boys, what would you need per diem to do that body work?
Kind of looks around at everybody who's there at this get together. Well, I would say putting our life on the line, going after Arasaka Tech and clapping it. Couple thousand ahead.
Just two?
said a couple. I wasn't being specific.
Fair enough.
So if you want
Let's
him.
call it 3. Let's call it 3 ahead for now. Just for now.
All right.
And you got more than 10 guys?
Maybe. Depending on who's interested. Obviously, this is going to be a life and death sort of a situation, and not everybody's going to be willing to do that. I can't guarantee a number just yet. Have to talk to people.
No doubt.
It sounds interesting to me,
Well,
but it
you
might not
spread word
necessarily be
around.
interested
Remember?
to the rest. Yeah.
It's very important that this doesn't get back to Arasaka.
Oh, of course.
And I hope you won't be offended if I float this to some other boys on the street.
Who else you floating?
Haven't floated yet, but you going to be able to play nice?
Well, that depends. With who?
Well, that's going to depend on how many men you can provide. Isn't it?
Kind of eyeballs Trix again.
The more you can provide, the higher we'll pay. How about that?
How about I get your deets and I'll get back to you?
Sounds good.
Ain't no promises being made tonight.
And like I said, I can't promise I'm holding the position.
I'll get back to you as soon as I know.
Trix,
Yeah.
you said we'll need what? 50 strong men for this job?
Sounds about right. Last time you and I sat down to figure it out.
50 strong men. It's okay if you can't provide all 50, but you tell me who to talk to and I'll broker the peace.
I'll get back with you.
What's your name, partner?
It's randomly generated name. So I don't have a name.
This here's Jebediah. This here Jebediah.
No, because I hate that name.
God.
Scrafty McCarman.
Blech. Huh?
Big Carmen does sound. Judd.
Grippy.
Judd Grippy.
Judd McGrippy.
Nope, Thomas Chapman.
Does he have a fast car?
I went to school with a guy.
You don't know.
named Thomas Chapman.
You don't know what kind of car he drives because you don't see which one's his.
Did you not get my joke at all?
No, I don't get jokes.
That one just sailed past you. It was beautiful.
I don't understand jokes. Amber, you should know this by now. I don't know
That
anything.
was beautiful. That was
Here's
beautiful.
Thomas. That's here's Thomas Chapman.
Fuck. Made me feel like dumb.
That was
No,
really
it's
good.
amazing. It's amazing.
I had a great time. No, that was a really good
Exactly.
time. I am going to be
Alright,
singing
that's
Fast Car in my head every time you say his name. I give him my burner cell number and I fucking bounce.
No, you don't sing Fast Car. You sing Take You on a Ride on the Big Green Tractor.
Okay, whatever hick shit that is. As I walk
Look,
away,
Velocity
I
is a hick.
hike my sweatpants for emphasis.
You what? Your sweatpants?
I hike my sweatpants for emphasis.
That's crazy.
Like Mean Girls, it rules.
I mean, I only had to open my mouth once. I think that went pretty well.
Yep.
Shut up, we haven't left yet.
Walking away. Walking away. You haven't walked away yet.
Shut the fuck up.
Listen, usually I open my mouth for other purposes. This is.
Yeah, you did good, kid.
Fxture,
Thank you.
I'm going to sew your mouth shut one of these days.
And I will undoubtedly deserve it.
Good to know we're on the same page.
You wouldn't be the first, and you definitely won't be the last.
Which I think is a great point for us to take a quick break. So we'll be right back, everybody.
Okay.
Welcome back, everyone, to Night City Stargazers, Session 27. Earlier in the morning, Lou and her comrades had conversations with Padre and the 6th Street Gang about the different things that they had going on. With Padre, getting the information regarding Dexter Sparks and the payment for a job well done. And then with 6th Street, doing what they can to try and recruit more bodies for this raid on Die Hard that they intend to have going. But later on in the evening, Trix has kept her promise to drag Fxture out into the Badlands on her motorcycle to kick up dust and leave it in her trail, to see the wide open sky as the stars kind of set in beyond the light pollution that is Night City. And so, Fxture, when you get out this far, is probably several tens of miles outside of the actual city. Not necessarily past the checkpoints of the city-state of Night City, but the openness of the Badlands surrounding the entire place. Kind of off the highway and out into the actual dust and cactus and shrubbery of the desert land. Just seems like on a almost random spot, really. But out here you can see the wide open night sky, clear with all the stars and the moon. You swear that you can even see some of the Orbital 1 rockets going off as they're taking off toward the moon from the Night City space station. What are some of your thoughts as you're out here in the wilds?
Well, for one, oh my god, speed. I mean, his camera is out. Like, probably the moment they, like, hit the desert, his little camera is out. Like, he's taking a picture of the stars. He's just loving this. Like, he knew that, like, he kind of knew when he first actually went out to the Badlands for the first time. It's like, this place is gonna look beautiful. It could never have prepared him for this. Ever. Dude's expectations were super low. Immediately exceeded. He is just... It's taking a lot away from how he was feeling before, and letting him sort of focus on the environment is pretty helpful to him right now. Like, he is just, desert air, breathing as clean as air probably gets in this place, because let's be honest, probably not the greatest.
It gets pretty smoggy sometimes in Night City. So tell me, what is your photography modifier?
Oh my, what is my modifier, you say?
Yes. As in, like, the base, the number that you have in there for the skill right now.
11.
11? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'd say that's pretty good, because that's going to give you enough knowledge to be able to set the camera to a night mode that's going to catch all of the individual pinpoint lights that you see as the for the night sky, for the stars. It's going to let you capture the beauty of the cactus in the night air. It's going to allow you to catch all of the nighttime colors of the photos that you take. And so you're having a good time just kind of playing with the settings on your camera to get those good pictures. to maybe later then edit to be able to bring out some of the to bring out some of the vibrancy. But you really, once you stop and you have an environment to photograph, you really let your camera take it all in for you. And so maybe there's a number of moments where you're just snapping shots in silence, just letting your mind wander as you're fiddling with settings and things. So what are some of those thoughts that wander through your mind?
Well, he's afraid to look at the data chart. His view of his friend had already kind of been skewed because of learning, he wasn't exactly as clean as he, said he was. Although learning maybe perhaps that he was the edge runner alleviated that a lot, and a lot of things started to make sense. And so it sort of put itself back into place. So, okay, that's great. Holy shit, I just killed one of the only friends I had. Still kind of reeling and dealing with that. Imagine hypothetical scenarios where he'd have to do that to other people, and he hates all of it. There's some thoughts about how if he had never had any run-ins with Arasaka, how much better his life would be, and how he wouldn't be in this sort of position where he wouldn't be so inclined to do this type of shit for information. He's worried about how Wazanashi feels about him after taking this job. He's worrying about, how the group as a whole, this new group of people, their first impression of him was yeah, let me go kill one of my friends for information for a job. Let's go do this. He's... And maybe there's a twinge of a few positive thoughts, it's okay, yeah, cool, the scenery, this, that, but those negative ones are seeping in pretty hard for him right now.
Trix, you start to see that he's maybe getting lost in thought.
Be about that time she comes up and kind of taps him on the arm with the bottle. Here.
Yep, thank you. Definitely needing that. Immediately cracks it up and starts chugging it. Doesn't even look at what it is. Oh, God.
Wanted to check up on you.
Obvious I'm in La La Land, eh?
More than just obvious.
I've been through quite a bit. And somehow, some way, this was the thing that almost broke me. And that makes me question a lot about myself and my own conviction.
In what way? I get it. He was a friend.
Yeah, but you'd figure that I'd be willing to spare a man's life, if he was a friend of mine, to not pursue information. And there was a time there where I thought about helping him fake his death. And with the people I know, I could have probably done it, but I committed. I put one between his eyes, and we all did, kind of. I finished the job.
To be fair, trying to fake his death could lead into more problems. And if it wasn't us, it would have been someone else.
Yeah, that's sort of the way I'm rationalizing everything right now. Is that if it wasn't us, it would have been some other schmuck or whoever, you know, whoever else needs to make their livelihood through this. And obviously I'm doing it too, however, you know, it's hypocritical of me to feel this way, and I understand that, but...
No, it's not. I don't think it is at all. Especially when you're just trying to do what you can to survive. We've all done some pretty fucked up things.
I've never exactly been known for my skills of self-preservation. Nor have I been known for my care of self-preservation. If this had been me 5-6 years ago, I would have just ran. I would have told him everything, and I would have, I don't know, gone into hiding, fucking stood by him instead of doing whatever the fuck I did. I don't... He just kind of pauses for a moment, mulling over his thoughts, thinking of how to word things, or if he should bring up certain things, or if this is the time to like really just start unloading all sorts of these different things.
Tell you what, why don't you tell me about him? The man you knew.
Him, or who are you talking about?
Sparks.
He was a fucking asshole for one, I can tell you that immediately. That's probably why I liked him so much. He rejected all of my advances. It was great. It was I was like a mouse, and he was cheese, and I could never get him. It was like a mousetrap kind of deal, So it was nice, and we always had that sort of professional relationship. Now I had no idea that he really cared as much as I did until he got full-on empathy mode on me, which that sort of hurt a lot more than it would have if I hadn't known that. He's helped me investigate all sorts of these different scummy people in this city, and man, he listened. He made a fucking fuss about it, don't get me wrong, but he listened. That was the thing that mattered. I didn't care how much he said he fucking hated me, or how much, he would look at me and he'd go, Steven Steele, you're a dumbass, you're gonna get yourself killed, and one of these days I'm gonna hunt you, or some fucking smart-ass thing like that. I don't fucking know. It was like, he was always something gruff and edgy and
very Max Tech-like.
Yeah, but that's why he was efficient, he might not have said it, but I think a lot of what I believed in resonated with him. And that is why he decided to continue working with me, even through all the flirtations and all that. It's not like I have a lot of other friends either. I mean, the only one I really have, he's sort of holed up in assisted living, so you can't exactly... I don't want to come on to him telling him I just fucking killed somebody. I mean, granted, I may or may not have told him I was going to, but that's a completely different story, and that's a lot of things that I don't think you want to even begin to delve into.
Brought you out here to listen. No one else around.
Fucking hell, do you really want to I'm just telling you, if you open this can of worms, you're gonna be here for a while, okay? I don't need you to commit to something you're not up to.
Look, I'm offering because I get it. I know what it's like to have to kill a friend. Alright? I've been there. So if you want to unload, now's the time to do it.
Where do you want me to start? You want me to start with why I hate Arasaka? You want me to start how I blame myself for every terrible thing that's happened to my best friend? Do you want me to...
Surprise me.
Cool. So, in my youth, I went to a school that was a little more on the upper class. Now, my parents, you know, they sort of had the connections, so we didn't exactly have to pay for a lot of it, because let's be honest, we weren't that great at anything that we did. Or they weren't great at really anything that they did. In fact, I'm the outlier. I'm a fucking academic achiever. I was the first one of us to really go into any sort of actual career that could go higher, should I say. Though granted, my old man and I didn't really ask him about anything he did, but that's besides the point. What was different about our sort of school is that it was attached to a mega building. And this mega building was sort of used as like a dormitory. It was private school adjacent, sort of. I mean, you know, a bunch of like preppy kids, and you know, I was kind of the outlier there. You know, and I had fun. I have good memories there. You know, learned a lot about life. Learned a lot about, you know, normal school stuff, mathematics, history, reading. You know, they had the few odds and end classes. Like, you know, don't ask me why school had a fucking firing range. I was too young to really understand, you know, any sort of thing. You know, but they also had a penchant for the arts. And that's sort of what made that experience good for me. So I was allowed to explore avenues of expressing myself that no one else really had before. And so, as you can see, he motions to the camera, kind of pats the inside of like his like button up where you can hear like cardboard or wood or something. You know, he's got like a... Now that he pats it, there's definitely like an outline of like a clipboard or something to write on there. You know, writing and all that fun stuff. He pauses a bit, kind of trails off for a moment. Everything was real great. But I had to miss school one day. I forget if it was... my parents were, they kind of tied to the school. Not saying that they were like important staff or anything, but they definitely worked at this place. I was off and had me run some errand for them. And I came back to ruins. The blood splattered against walls and empty shells on floors and lockers broken open. Apparently some kid had something that he wasn't supposed to. And instead of handling things maturely and businesslike, from my understanding, Arasaka came in, killed everyone that wasn't needed, wasn't cooperative. In our given area, none of us really liked corporations.
Who does in the city?
Especially not after that, but of course, you know, people don't talk about that. You don't talk about shit that actually happens out here. That's what fucking pisses me off. That's why I do what I do. fucking hate people like this. Wazanashi, my friend, is the only survivor. Permanently put in a wheelchair. Because after he had witnessed so much death and destruction, he decided to rat the kid out. That put everyone in this situation. And even after promising to spare people's lives, he was the only one who was let out. If I hadn't have left, a lot of pain could have been avoided. Not saying that I could have done something. Let's be honest, the fucking corporation really wants to wipe you off the map. They're gonna fucking wipe you off the map, but I could have saved him. And I didn't. And I could have saved Sparks. But I didn't. So I have a pretty bad track record when it comes to protecting and being loyal to my friends, it seems.
Call that a bad track record? As for the friend you were just talking about, I don't think anything really changed. You can call me a pessimist about it, but I think you might have been killed alongside everyone else. Then where would he be?
Potentially in a better fucking place, I mean...
You said yourself. Corporations don't give two shits.
No, but... I don't know, I could have distracted people. I could have distracted them, helped him escape. Or, fuck, I could have took the bullet for him. Hell, I would have ratted that fucking kid out. I don't even know what the hell it was they fucking took. That is how, like, down low they made this shit. I don't know how the fuck you pay enough people to do that. But when a whole fucking mega building and school just out of fucking nowhere, you figure people will start talking about that, right?
Probably did quietly. But it's also Arasaka.
Cold. Fucking blood on... Just, Jesus fucking Christ.
Not many people are willing to speak up against it.
He's just remembering everything now, and he, you get it, let's look at him, he has, kind of realized he's had contacts this entire time. Because normally his eyes are kind of on, like, the darker side, you know, brown, almost black, and right now they're, like, these, like, it almost looks like lens flares in his eyes right now. So... yeah, as you see, I have a very good reason to hate the people that I do. So I'm so passionate about all this shit. Sometimes I wonder if everything I do is just gonna lead to the same scenario that got me here. And the thing that scares me the most is I don't think I care if it would.
No, that is the problem. But there are ways to work through it.
What, get friendly with another group of people and watch them fucking die before my eyes too?
That's what you're doing now, isn't it?
I mean,
you
yes, but at least
Lou and I.
this time I'm getting paid for it, at least. I mean, it doesn't mean it's gonna hurt any less. Fuck, man. Everyone I touch dies or gets injured or fucking...
You're gonna learn very quickly that's just part of this job.
Great! Seems like I'm a perfect fit for it.
Hell, Lou died once. I've lost a leg. Orvin, well, friend of ours that we need to tell you about sometime, vanished, effectively. Slideye left. Job like this is cursed. I think you fit in nicely with what you're saying.
At least there's somewhere for me.
Somewhere for everyone. Eventually.
Yeah, let's hope that, so I don't damn you people more than you already are, because Jesus Christ, I've been here for maybe a few days, and I question how some of you, especially the kid, Jesus fucking Christ, the audacity of that bitch.
She's always been like that. Most I can do is, you know, keep an eye on her, make sure she doesn't get herself killed. But that didn't necessarily work first time around, but...
I mean, I guess we all die eventually, but I guess it's how we feel about it when we go out. Honestly, maybe I've been too concerned about being remembered and being placed up on this higher pedestal to really care about my own mortality.
Could be.
I mean, look at what the world has shown me about it. I mean, it's fickle as hell. Fuck. And I was one of the fucking people that made it that... Alright, Jesus fucking Christ. He's like... Oh my god, I'm crazy. Alright, you know what? I might be a fucking cyber... you know, we might need to call... Oh, he's dead. Never mind. He laughs. He smiles. Trying to find some humor in this terrible situation.
I'd say just remember him as you knew him. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're all...
Go on.
We're all pretty shitty people, in the end. Like I said, we've all done some fuck shit.
Tell me about it. I sleep with people for fucking information. I mean, God.
Not gonna comment on that, but... Sure. You
Look,
do you on that.
I just chugged the half a bottle, whatever the fuck this was. Looks at it. Probably shouldn't have done that. Oh my god. Okay.
I'm gonna need a resist drugs roll.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what the hell I chugged. 13?
You're holding your own.
For
Starting
now.
to get a little
Probably-
tipsy.
Oh, he's probably been tipsy. He's just good at fucking not falling over.
He's holding his liquor.
You know, you didn't have to, like, listen to my rambling about why my life sucks and why... Honestly, I think that's about it. You didn't have to listen to why my life sucks.
I know. Wanted to. Trying to understand you a little bit more, and... Like I said, I get it.
What's another... I think I'm pretty forward with the kind of person that who I am, but maybe that's just me because I know me.
Yeah? Could be. You're also a bit newsboy. Never really trust what comes out of your mouth half the time.
It's probably a good idea. I've blown smoke up people's asses for money however long I've been out of the academy.
Yeah, and considering what you pulled off earlier today.
You just gotta know what buttons to push sometimes.
I think Lou has some competition for how much audacity this group has.
Now, hold on now. Just because my words might be sweeter or more targeted doesn't mean that my audacity is near that level. You leave that to they are the professional. They are Dr. Audacity. You put some respect on their name.
So what you're telling me is you're an amateur.
I ain't say that, however. Never mind. Maybe I am. Okay. I have no words for... I'm gonna finish this bottle. Drops it. Oh,
Another
shit,
resist roll, please.
Yep.
Damn. Man's critting over here.
Can I have your dice, please?
Crit to hold liquor.
This shit says it's supposed to be strong. How the hell did I do this?
Maybe you're just an alcoholic.
I mean, every person that I have any sort of positive feelings for does end up as a drink combination. Oh my god, I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah, you are, but then again, I reckon about half the city is.
You know, the first hint of that should have been when I got like 5 names down. And then the bartenders know what I'm talking about when I order the... Pauses, looks out into the stars. Jesus Christ, Steven, you're a fucking wreck. You know, maybe this is the right path for me. Fuck, I mean, I'm already a failure. Might as well fucking make a name for myself for it too. Fuck, hell. Maybe I am in the right career.
She's gonna hit his arm. Quit calling yourself a failure.
1, ow. 2, okay.
Read some of your shit. Well, you haven't reached the great heights that everyone wants to reach. You're not a failure.
Yeah. I guess I have a decent career. That piece I wrote about your friend did me pretty well, so.
Good.
Probably what skyrocket. Well, no, I wouldn't say skyrocket because I'm not that great, but definitely was a giant step for my career. I think I've told you this before, but I kind of... Stop me when this makes me sound like an asshole. I was sort of expecting a relapse once I heard that she was sort of running back.
Can't say for sure whether it was.
I mean, I guess you can only hope not. Me, I really don't know her enough to... leaves the open space there.
She was walking the line, that's for sure.
Well, I mean...
Mind always on the next job, but she was trying hard not to cross it.
That's commendable.
The only reason I think she hasn't is because we haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah, that stuff does usually end up pretty violent and pretty public, even if people have tried to not make it public. You're right. I think.
Okay.
Maybe.
Especially one like her. Second time going through it? Would have definitely made news.
And I honestly think your other friends is dead. I'm sorry to tell you that, but...
Yeah, we expect that.
I mean, look what Arasaka did to my people for the general inconvenience. I mean, he was known to actively oppose. I'm gonna stop there. That's a lot of nothing that was about to come out of my mouth.
Yeah, last we heard of Orvin, he apparently walked into Arasaka and faced one of their solos.
What a fucking dumbass. Sorry.
No, you can say it. We've all had that thought.
What a fucking dumbass. Jesus Christ.
I mean, we have called him dumbass straight to his face, so.
Good. Fuck. Damn. Alright. No, we're putting this is empty. I don't know why I'm acting like there's more stuff in it. We're gonna put that over here.
Hands him a second bottle.
Do not do this.
No, I'm doing it. Get it out of your system, it'll make you feel better. That's why we're out here.
Pocket,
Trix, are you drinking too?
No.
You're trying to get this man drunk so he spills more of his secrets, aren't you?
Quite possibly.
He's drinking more. Do you need me to roll another?
Yeah, the difficulty getting tired. Still holding his liquor.
God damn! He does do this a lot. Oh my god.
You're beating the DC that I've set every time.
That's insane. I will fail it eventually.
Would you please fail? It's gonna be so much fun.
Why do you want me to fail? Because you're gonna start badgering him with questions, aren't you?
She's just gonna badger him with a couple and let him rant.
Fuck,
as she has
he would, at this point, he would definitely just start fucking answering any question she asked him, but you don't need to know that.
He says out of character, in character.
Right.
Yeah, if you like wanna listen here, I've done told you oh my god, it started to hit a little bit. If you finally, goddamn, I was wondering why it wasn't fucking hitting faster. Fuck. Words. Okay.
Look, I'm not gonna give you the higher stuff.
No, it's no sense on tequila.
No, that would be a little bit funny.
I mean, let's be honest with ourselves here for a second. You didn't just take me out here so I could trauma dump onto you like I do because I'm a terrible friend. What else do you want to know?
I think I have all I need to know. I did do a little bit of digging on you anyway.
That does not surprise me in the slightest. The slightest. That's fucked up. Alright, really? That's kind of boring, actually. Fuck. I was ready to be taken advantage.
Never said I was an exciting person.
Shit, I was ready to be fucking taken advantage of. Shit, come on, you gotta talk to y'all. You got nothing you want to know.
Well, I wanted to know what kind of person you were.
And what have you learned? What have you learned today?
You carry a lot of guilt for things you shouldn't. You're a little too honest. But you're a decent man.
I think 2 of those things are correct. And surprisingly, the decent man as well.
You can have your own opinion about yourself, doesn't mean it's going to change mine.
That is very fair. And I think that you 2, or you 3, One of you is very hot, and he's not here right now, which sucks, because I bet he would be eating this up. You're pretty fun. I like you. You're great. You like, kind of surprised me a little bit. Because you're like this little techie woman girl thing, and, like, you know, it's like... You got the extremes. Reminds me, you like X game extreme. It was a big thing back in the day, a long time ago. It was pretty extreme for back then. And
How many more times are you going to say extreme?
Extreme. Okay,
I'm going to have so much fun with you if you actually get fully drunk.
Sister, I ain't even halfway there yet.
That's why I'm saying that.
Maybe you don't want me to actually be there. Oh, dear Lord, that's gonna not be fun for any of us. And small one...
No. I'll get you fully drunk one of these days. I'm just gonna have Loup with me. And Rec.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh, I think it's a fun idea.
Oh, who am I missing? No, I think that's everybody in the group, right? I think I've said all my opinions on everybody.
Yeah.
Completely leaves out Lou. Completely left out Lou in that one.
No.
Shit, wait.
You gave your opinion on her. She is the Audacity.
The Audacity, yeah. She's got spunk. That's it. That's about it. Man, aren't these stars beautiful?
Sudden change of topic. Yeah. Kind of miss seeing them.
I want to be one of those.
Maybe you will one day.
Hopefully for the right reasons and not for my tolerance of alcohol. Chug, 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 chug.
Resist.
Oh my god.
It's hitting you hard now, man.
Yeah, did I finally fail?
Starting to feel a little woozy in your stomach.
Oh my goodness! Look at that! Look! It's a cactus.
And he's gone.
It's a cat. Look, Trix, look. It's a fucking cat. And what do you think I could fuck that cactus?
This is what we've turned into. Chat. I have lost all control of my game.
These are the questions.
Did you ever have control, Coffee?
No.
Did you ever?
These are the important questions that you need to ask.
I
sometimes.
don't think you should.
I think that you're a genius.
Come
you're
on.
Smart.
Pack up your camera. I'll get you back home.
Oh, do I have to?
Unless you want to sleep out here in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Reaches down to the sand, nibbles on a few grains of it, spits it out. Yeah, I don't like this. Okay.
No, that's more my thing.
Yeah, I'll pack. Yeah, let me pack up. Let me pack Veronica up. Lore drop. Camera's name is Veronica. All right.
Steven, I think you're going to fit right in with this group.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Both?
Hell yeah.
She's just standing back watching him pack up.
Takes a picture of her.
Aw. How cute. It's not subtle.
No, it's not.
No.
Make one more resist.
Turns the camera, this is perfect. He turns the camera around and tries to take a picture of himself. This is gonna be so funny.
What?
You're not barfing it,
Ching.
but you are feeling it, brother.
Okay, hold on, one more. Hold on. Takes a picture of the cactus. All right, we're good. I'm gonna think about you later, and he points the cactus as he leaves.
Now,
All right, hold on.
Now, I want to make this a little interesting at the moment to
Go
cap
for it.
off this scene.
Yeah.
Fxture, make a riding roll. You're at a severe disadvantage here.
Jesus Christ. What would riding be?
It's under body.
Athletics?
Yep.
Sweet home Alabama. Nope.
Oh, wait. No. Riding's under control.
That was
Oh,
athletics.
control?
Yep.
Yeah.
Control? Where? Oh, this is worse.
Not in athletics, a riding check, but you are able to successfully hold on despite being piss drunk.
It has been a great old time.
All right. Well, that seems to me like it would be a perfect end to the night, with Fxture riding back of Trix's bike, yelling out into the night as she drives him back into the city to drop him off at home and head home herself. And I think that's where we're going to call the end of the session as well. So thank you guys so much for playing.
Woohoo.
Yeah, that was great.
Whole entire plan was to get him to trauma dump. And
Yeah, and it worked.
I mean, apparently he's an expensive drunk, but...
She only spent 40 eddies.
40
Two
eddies
bottles.
is 40 eddies.
That tidbit of him,
yeah.
like...
Remember how much she actually has, though, Coffee.
She does have a couple thousand in the bank. Let's be real.
I hope that little line that he dropped where it's like, it's pretty concerning where every bartender knows that I've made these 5 drinks. I was hoping that would concern her.
The realization that, oh shit, I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks you guys so much for playing, and thanks so much in the audience for watching. Thank you to the Hero Zone for raiding, and for all of y'all who've been watching this entire time, and being our wonderful lurkers. We love to have you lurkers. Definitely like the interaction in chat, of course. And so thank you guys so much for being here. And so let's talk about some improvement points for my lovely cyberpunks here. So what we normally do is we go off of the rules that are listed in the book about issuing out improvement points based on the points table in the book. Generally speaking, the points level that we get for each of these are relatively low compared to the rest of the table, but we do like to issue points as a group. And as far as roleplay prompts, the warrior of the group, socializer, explorer, and role player, each respectively getting a bit of points as well, and that's to be voted on by my cast members as to who fulfilled that role the best. In a very similar way that we've done things in vampire games that I've done, and in D&D, which is a method that I more or less stole from Derek from playing vampire with him. So, as a group, do you feel like you've accomplished your mission today?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't a whole lot of a mission going on, but do you feel like you've accomplished, at least part of the way to your goals?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would say the group accomplished some of the mission goals, and so one of which was to get things started with the 6th Street, see if they would be willing to be bodies to throw at your enemy solo in Arasaka. So I think 20 points each as a group is appropriate for you. And so let's talk about who may be the audience favorite is already being voted upon, so go ahead and put your votes into who you liked the best, audience, and the rest of the cast will decide who was the warrior, socializer, explorer, and role player out of the group today. So it doesn't necessarily have to be combat skills, but who used their skills to a great effectiveness in today's episode.
Fxture. All the resist.
Well,
Yeah,
that,
go for Fxture.
it was to great effectiveness to keep him from being blackout drunk immediately.
Right?
I did also chalk up the 6th Street people.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that was a good use of
That's
his own
good.
skills.
Good roll on persuasion.
Yep.
Yep.
The wardrobe, the talking up, everything.
I think an honorable mention as far as ineffectiveness was Trix with her crit fail on wardrobe.
Look, I never said she was stylish.
Just an honorable mention there. Okay.
Ah, yes, my dice coming back to bite me again.
Yeah, so if Fxture was the one for today, yeah, I think he used his skills often and effectively. And definitely got the attention of certain potential allies. So 20 points for Fxture.
Alright.
Our socializer, who was the one who was being the effective person in socializing this today. So being the supportive person in everything going on.
Does it say Fxture again for the whole entire thing with the 6th Street? He had them going. He got them started and got them to listen to us, even though, two of us kind of failed, especially one of us. Thank you, dice. The wardrobe check.
Well, the way that these are worded is supportive and helpful part of the party. So do you feel like he's with the supportive and helpful part of the party the most in this game, in this session today?
I'm gonna give it to Lou for that.
I'll give it to Lou as well.
Yeah.
I pulled you guys into that scene with her to act as backup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
My vote's for Lou.
All right.
Yeah, I'll change over to Lou then.
Yeah, I think supportive actions were helpful in maintaining party cohesion today, so 20 points. She was the one who got everybody together for that 6th Street scene. Explorer possibly learned the most about the world today. Or did more investigating of the world today.
I'm gonna put my head in there just for figuring out Fxture a little bit more. On a personal level.
A little bit of Fxture lore, because there's some background information that he's provided that's part of his history, and therefore history of Night City.
Fxture got audience vote, by the way.
Yes, he did. I said that. You get 10.
Second vote for Trix.
I'll third the vote for Trix.
All right, Trix it is. Fxture, you get 10 points for being the audience's favorite. And then, who was our standout role player today? Now, this could be a favorite scene, favorite line, something that was poignant, something that was a bit of a tearjerk. What do we think?
Fxture, realizing he's an alcoholic.
Got with that, yeah.
What'd you think? Yep. Okay. All right. I'm going to give you another 10 points for that one.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's a pretty clean sweep for Fxture today.
Jesus.
Except for the Explorer, but almost
By the way, how much did I get off that one?
That was 20.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. You did some poking around in that guy's noggin.
Yes.
Not literally, because you didn't net run his head, but...
She could have.
She could
have. You definitely figured out why he's as passionate about what he does as he is.
Okay. Well, that concludes the experience or improvement points here in our Cyberpunk Red game, Night City Stargazers. So thank you guys all out in the audience. Thank you so much for watching. We do post all of the VODs on YouTube, and we're looking to reach 200 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you have not subscribed, you should go and do that right now. Obviously, subscribing on YouTube is free. If you want to leave a comment, like, and do all of the YouTube stuff for me, that really helps with engagement, and I want to get this get the channel more visibility. Obviously, the support here on Twitch is where you guys get to interact with us live. We get to see the chat. You get to participate in the poll and watch us on the day that we obviously are broadcasting the episode. And so if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't come and followed us on Twitch, you should come to CoffeeCat Presents and check us out there on Twitch. Like I said, do everything here live for Cyberpunk on Wednesdays and D&D on Saturdays. D&D has just recently hit 7 episodes at this point.
Yeah, I think 107.
106 was last aired. 107 will be this coming week, and so
something like that.
We're over the 100 threshold of episodes, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, and then all of the past shows that we've done in previous, some of the iconic ones being San Antonio by Night first season, as there's a lot of things that we still meme about in this damn channel because of the first vampire game that I ever ran, and it's pretty cringe watching the first few episodes back. But you guys should really give those a look if you haven't yet. There's lots of content on the channel. We've been doing this for 5 years now, so yeah, lots of stuff to watch. But we're gonna call it a night. Possibly find somebody to raid here on Twitch, and if you're again out on YouTube, give us a big wave in the comment section. And we'll see you guys next time. And until then, say goodnight, everybody.
Night.
Hey, everybody.